#1 News, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7. Start streaming now.
Tonight on Eyewitness News at 7, remembering a fallen officer. The tributes are now pouring in for the Chicago officer killed in the line of duty. And we're also learning more about the suspect accused of killing him.
Plus, the race for Chicago mayor heats up with a surprise endorsement and a new attack.
And ComEd reveals its plans for dealing with the incoming winter storm that is expected tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, everybody, on this Thursday night. I'm Cheryl Burton.
I'm Rob Elgis. Larry Mowry's forecast is ahead, but we have a busy night for you. And we begin tonight with the death of that Chicago police officer. Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso was shot and killed yesterday while responding to a domestic call. We just learned moments ago the suspect has been charged with murder and 4 other counts.
So right now, people are gathering in his honor at a park to pray for this officer. They are coming together to grieve.
We've seen tributes at the 8th Police District in Chicago Lawn, where he was stationed, and at Chicago Police Headquarters. Tonight we have team coverage for you, starting with Liz Nagy and what we've learned about the officer.
Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso served as a Chicago police officer for just 5 years. He lived here in this very same Southwest Side community where he also patrolled the streets. Now tonight, his colleagues here at the 8th District are having to continue their police work while also mourning the officer's very sudden and violent death on the job. Purple bunting is draped across the facade of the Southwest Side Police Station. Comfort horses stand at attention, ready to console a stunned police force. This is where Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso reported for duty until yesterday.
My heart breaks and I am furious. I'm furious because there's a war going on in the streets of Chicago where criminals have no fear.
Police say their young officer was trying to chase down one of those criminals near 52nd and Spalding Wednesday afternoon. Investigators say the man with a gun was running after a woman, and Officer Vasquez Lasso came up on that armed man. Speaking outside the hospital last night, Superintendent David Brown explained.
The officers began pursuing this offender at close range. Shots were exchanged between the offender and our officer, who is now deceased.
A ceremonial procession carried Officer Vasquez Lasso's body to the morgue with full police honors. This morning, parishioners from St. Gall's Parish processed from their church to the site where the 32-year-old officer lost his life. In a GoFundMe account now helping to rally financial support, the Vasquez Lasso family wrote, Andres was a dedicated and courageous officer who served our community with honor and distinction. We are grateful for his service and will always remember his sacrifice. Officer Vasquez Lasso was born in Colombia. Tonight, the Colombian consulate here in Chicago released a statement expressing their regret over the officer's death. They said they hope he will serve as a symbol and an inspiration to other Colombians living here in Chicago. Now, his family is trying to get relatives who still live in Colombia here to Chicago for his final respects. Reporting on the Southwest Side, Liz Nagy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Liz, what a beautiful tribute there. Now, right now, people are gathering to honor Officer Vasquez Lasso. There is a prayer in the park vigil happening right now at Hale Park.
Our team coverage continues. Kate O'Gearin there live for us tonight. Kate?
Well, Rob and Cheryl, the people here tonight, part of the community that Officer Vasquez Lasso served and part of the community that the officer also called home. Taking a live look now, you can see just dozens of people out here in Hale Park. We're looking at neighbors, law enforcement members, members of the 8th District Police, or the 8th Police District. This candlelight vigil organized by community group Prayer in the Park. Organizers telling me that this was just something that they had to do, knowing that Officer Vasquez Lasso dedicated his career and life to keeping others safe. The group plans to start the vigil with a prayer to honor the fallen 8th District police officer. Organizer Jennifer New says this is about the community showing up for those who show up for them every single day.
He served our community, and we need to show up for him and show support to our other officers who are affected by this. Let them know that we love and appreciate them.
The Southwest Side Vigil, just one of two going on as we speak. The Asian American Law Enforcement Association, together with activists, also hosting their own tribute to Officer Vasquez Lasso. But back out here live in Hale Park, you can just see the overwhelming support surrounding the 8th Police District and Officer Vasquez Lasso here. One of the organizers telling me, in addition to this community paying tribute to that officer, it's also about showing their support to the Chicago Police Department. Reporting live in Hale Park, Kate Kogier and ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
Okay, Kate, we know you'll stay out there for 10 as we get a full report on that vigil. Thank you for your time. That's the first time, Cheryl, that we've had a chance to see family members gathered as that vigil began. And it is incredible to think just less than 24 hours ago, we were here wondering what happened, wondering the condition of the officer, and now they're mourning his loss.
We didn't know his name at this time.
Right.
So 24 hours later, we learned that he has a wife and, of course, his family members trying to get here from Colombia. And now that when you have a name, it feels very different.
Lived in the district that he served. When I saw that photo this morning, because we talked you through the procession to the medical examiner's office, and he looks so happy in his photo with his uniform on. This was a guy who had pride in what he was doing.
Oh, the family's so proud. And, you know, he took the oath, he took the creed to serve and protect. And, of course, he left his home yesterday not knowing
and never came
that
back.
It would be the end of
There's
March.
the photo. I just get a sense of pride from that right there. I hope his family, this is unimaginable, but I hope they can share with us more about this young man who was a police officer and served this city. We're hoping to learn more about that as the days go by.
We need to say at this moment, thank you for your service and your sacrifice.
The ultimate sacrifice. People who live near the scene of that shooting creating this memorial to honor Officer Vasquez Lasso. And tonight we're learning more about the suspect accused of killing the officer. Our John Garcia reports.
A small memorial of flowers and candles sits at the spot of last night's shooting. The upstairs window is shattered by a bullet hole at Maria Davila's home, right across the street from where Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso was shot and killed. After hearing numerous gunshots, she came out to see police surrounding the suspect.
The guy who shot the police, he said to the other police, shoot me, shoot me.
The suspect had already been shot in the exchange of gunfire with Officer Vasquez Lasso, and police may have already been familiar with him after his arrest in July when he was caught running from a stolen car. He was released after facing misdemeanor charges, which has brought criticism from some officials.
When you got the bad guy, you better do everything you can to make sure that that guy doesn't go back out onto the street and cause more harm in the neighborhood or somewhere else. Because what happened last night, is the worst possible scenario of the end result.
The state's attorney released a statement saying the defendant, who was a passenger in the vehicle, was not charged with a felony because the evidence does not support a charge of gun possession for this offender.
Our thanks to John Garcia reporting that. And our newsroom has just received this update. Moments ago, police sent out a release and charges have been announced against this suspect, who's now identified as 18-year-old Stephen Montano. Montano's been charged with first-degree murder and 4 other counts. Like I said, this just happened in the last 10 minutes, just after 7, so we're gathering more details on that. We'll have more information about Officer Andres Vasquez Lasso online. You'll be able to find updated memorial information as well as the latest on the investigation at abc7chicago.com. And then join Cheryl and me tonight at 10 for a complete wrap-up from Liz and from Kate Kogier at that vigil tonight.
And, of course, we are continuing to pray and think about his family.
Yes.
The ultimate sacrifice. We are going to talk about the weather tonight on this Thursday. Parts of Chicago could get rain and snow tomorrow. ComEd says it is ready. The utility will open its emergency operations center tomorrow morning and bring in 300 extra crews from other states. The potential winter storm, it is headed our way. Just a week after heavy rain and ice knocked out power for more than 100,000 customers around Illinois. ComEd is reminding people not to approach the down power lines. Right now, let's take a live look outside at this beautiful city. The skyline is gorgeous, twinkling lights. Tomorrow night at this time, Yeah, you might not be able to see a lot of those lights. Might be covered in snow. This is the calm before the storm.
We'll have to take that camera at this time again tomorrow to compare it to what we're seeing there. Meteorologist Larry Maury joining us now to track tomorrow's AccuWeather Alert Day. And Larry, this could shift. You were describing this earlier. Just a few miles in certain directions will make it a lot worse for people and better for others.
Yeah, it really is. And there's going to be such a sharp cutoff from the snowfall totals from who gets a lot to who gets very little snow because of the nature of this storm. It's going to produce a heavy swath of snow that may not be terribly wide in its coverage and just impact a few areas here in our viewing area. So here's what's new. If you joined us last night, there have been some subtle changes. The track of the system has shifted a little farther to the south, and that would put the heaviest of the snow east of I-55 and then into northwest Indiana. That's where it looks to be for the highest snow totals. The timing of this, it would all start between about 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So the early morning commute, no issues. It's the afternoon commute which could get quite messy for us. It will start as a little rain snow mixture, then switch to all snow. And again, the afternoon commute will be highly impacted. This is going to be that heavy wet snow which clumps onto trees and power lines. That's why ComEd is kind of concerned about power outages, because we'll pile up the snow in the trees and it could knock down some branches onto power lines, which could impact power, especially in the afternoon tomorrow when the winds pick up to 40 miles per hour. So winter storm watch is in place from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for most areas. We won't see that precipitation start until late morning. You can see it here on the European Futurecast. Here comes that moisture lifting up from the south, starting again as some rain, then switching to snow and continuing to snow throughout the afternoon. Northern suburbs, you may not get much. If you're to the south, though, could be a pretty heavy snow. And we'll talk about what the numbers suggest for us and how much snow we get coming up. And there you can see, Rob and Cheryl, just how the heavy snow looks to stay just south of the city.
Yeah, the purple and the pink. Yeah, I know those are my favorite
snow.
Colors, but I don't know.
I got the pink tie on too.
Right. You did that on purpose, right, Larry?
I actually did. Yeah.
You have to coordinate with your weather, of course. Thanks so much. Now to some breaking news tonight out of South Carolina. Disgraced attorney Alex Murdaugh has been convicted of murder in the deaths of his wife and son. The jury deliberated for less than 3 hours. Jurors heard testimony from more than 75 witnesses about betrayed friends and clients and Murdaugh's attempt to stage his own death. Murdaugh faces 30 years in prison without parole. Sentencing now set for tomorrow morning.
Surprise endorsement in the race for Chicago Mayor. Paul Vallas getting the support from former Illinois Secretary of State Jesse White. It's a big boost as Vallas looks to solidify his standing as the frontrunner. This is his opponent Brandon Johnson attacked Vallas's past statements on education. Our political reporter Craig Wall has the latest.
Paul Vallas securing a significant endorsement in his bid to become Chicago's next mayor, with former Secretary of State Jesse White throwing his support behind Vallas's campaign. White says Vallas is the right person for the job.
Our neighborhoods will be better for you because you're going to be able to put law enforcement on the streets so that they can discharge their duties in a manner in which will make the people of the city and the people who visit our wonderful city safe.
Vallas says he and White have known each other for 40 years. The endorsement could go a long way to help Vallas build support in the black community.
Jesse White's endorsement helps me with everyone because Jesse has always been a bridge builder. And at the same, by the same token, I've always had great success in Chicago and Philadelphia and New Orleans because I've always been a bridge builder.
Brandon Johnson campaigning this afternoon at a home for seniors in Bronzeville as he looks to expand his base of supporters. He had not spoken to White about an endorsement, but tried to downplay its significance. He also went after Vallas for comments Vallas made on a podcast in 2021 about critical race theory being taught in schools as part of Black history.
I think it's not only divisive, but I think it does damage between the children and their own parents, their own family, and within their own families.
You know, it's unfortunate that Mr. Vallas is committed to the same type of divisive politics that have left communities behind.
I have no response to Brandon Johnson. He's going to have his own record to explain or lack of record to explain.
Both candidates are seeking support from their former rivals. Willie Wilson says he will make an announcement in the next week or two. No word yet from Chuy Garcia or Lori Lightfoot about who or whether they will endorse. In Bronzeville, Craig Wall, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Cook County Clerk needs people to work the polls for that April 4th runoff, and today she announced a pay raise for all election judges and polling place technicians.
They're a trusted and committed group of people who have the skills, the discipline, and the pride to serve their community and our democracy.
Judges will receive $250. Technicians will make $385. That's a $50 and $20 increase, respectively. They still need about 7,000 more workers. There are jobs available for you right now. You can find a link to apply. It's on our website.
A federal search warrant that agents used to gain access to the suspected Highland Park parade gunman's home was unsealed today, as reported by the I-Team last July. Agents say they found bomb-making materials, including the explosive tannerite, in Robert Cremo III's home. The warrant also shows electrical components and a timer that matches were found during that search. Cremo allegedly told investigators that he had considered using bombs at the parade, but that the components were too heavy to carry. He has been charged with the murders of 7 people and the wounding of dozens more.
Joliet man appeared in court today, charged in an incident involving members of the Chicago police SWAT team. Stephen Wade is charged with attempted murder, kidnapping, and discharge of a firearm. Investigators say police exchanged gunfire with Wade after being called to 129th and Peoria on a domestic call on Tuesday. No one was hurt. Civilian Office of Police Accountability, COPA, is investigating.
New information tonight about a Secret Service raid yesterday in suburban Lisle. Prosecutors in Cleveland, Ohio say 2 people from the Chicago area are among 3 people facing charges tied to owning and operating cryptocurrency kiosks. Mayor Kawash explains tonight what led to those arrests.
2 Chicago area residents now facing dozens of federal charges for their alleged involvement in a cryptocurrency fraud scheme. A Secret Service raid led to the arrest of 69-year-old William Siriano of Riverside and 75-year-old Reza Maribon of Naperville, along with Maribon's son, who was arrested in Miami. The 3 of them accused of defrauding at least 8 victims in Northeast Ohio using Bitcoin kiosks that were not legally licensed.
I think everyone that's standing here believes that the victims on our indictment are not the total universe of victims. It's more like the tip of the iceberg.
Prosecutors in Ohio say police seized more than 50 of the Bitcoin ATMs yesterday in Ohio. Officials did not mention any illegal ATMs located here in Illinois. More than 25 police agencies helped serve the warrants issued against those 3 suspects. Yesterday, the 2 Chicago area residents arrested at this business in Lisle. That is S&P Solutions, which is accused of illegally doing business as Bitcoin of America, operating the ATMs throughout Ohio. When reached yesterday, the COO of that company told the ABC 7 I-Team they were collaborating with Ohio authorities in an ongoing investigation there. Prosecutors say the suspects first started to receive illegal deposits back in 2020 and accused them of transmitting about $250 million last year alone. We stopped by Siriano's residence today, but the woman who answered the door said they have no comment. With more victims likely out there, officials are warning cryptocurrency users to be careful when using those types of ATMs. Mayor Kawash, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
2 people dead after a crash in suburban Barrington happened this morning in the 600 block of South House Street, just south of downtown Barrington. That vehicle you see crashed into a tree, killing both people inside. The identities of the victims not released. No other vehicles were involved, and the cause of this crash is under investigation.
DePaul University paying respect today to the victims of that devastating earthquake in Turkey and Syria. They gathered this afternoon for a prayer vigil at the school's Loop campus to honor the more than 50,000 people who were killed when the quake struck nearly 1 month ago.
Last known Tuskegee Airman in the Chicago area has died. Oscar Lawton Wilkerson Jr. passed away last month. But his friends and educators say his legacy and that of the Tuskegee Airmen will always live on in spirit. Mark Rivera reports.
This is a photo of Oscar Wilkerson from his obituary. He loved sharing his passion for planes, flying, and the spirit of soaring through the air with the new generation.
If you get a chance to try to fly and get a ride early on, this might be your line of what you want to accomplish.
We met Wilkerson as he introduced young aviators to the joys of flying. The last known Chicago area surviving member of the famed all-black Tuskegee Airmen military aviators in World War II, passing away last month at the age of 96.
Everyone who met Wilk loved him.
Ken Rapier spent years with Wilkerson as head of the Chicago chapter of Tuskegee Airmen, Inc., spreading that adoration of flight and aviation excellence. But with Wilkerson's passing, a stark reality.
There were 50 original Tuskegee Airmen in our chapter. in the year 2000. So we have gone from 50 to 0. So it's a little hard to take, but our objective is to continue the legacy.
As time has passed, so have many of the airmen who were fierce pilots and bombers like Wilkerson, which is why DuSable Museum VP of Education Kim Delaney says we all must continue to share in the spirit of Tuskegee today.
He was born into this fantastic legacy of aviators here in Chicago, right, that had fought to be able to fly.
Wilkerson and other Tuskegee aviators had their wings but faced racism and prejudice during World War II and when they returned home. Wilkerson couldn't get a job flying commercial planes, instead becoming a bus driver, but persevering through it all.
To keep that resolve in spite of what you're going through is pretty powerful and should be commended.
Mark Rivera, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Generational greatness for him to talk to those students, and they get to learn from an icon.
We all learned about them much too late, but now everyone knows who they are.
I know that was a powerful bite to go from 50 to 0. That really, when he spoke to that, it just shows you the power of the history and the legacy left behind. But of course, that legacy of excellence living on in the next generation, thanks to Wilkerson and Rapier.
Chicago chapter of Tuskegee Airmen not only hosts events exposing young people to flight for the first time, but also has scholarships available to enrich the next generation in higher education as well. Well done. Good story, Mark.
Really, I know. Thank you for sharing it with us here on this Hour of Power, we like to call it. Messages for a former Blackhawk. Yes, the support Patrick Kane is seeing after being traded. He's probably playing right now in New York to the Rangers.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
We do fun things here on this show, sometimes things we've never done.
Oh, really?
Tonight is no exception.
Oh, looky now. Uh-oh, look at that move.
Celebrities is almost here. Our Trey Ward. Oh, wow. He's here with his partner, Summer. A live sneak peek to his routine.
Go, Trey. Yeah, okay, get it. Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you.
Look at that
things that have never been done.
Yeah, count 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2.
Cheryl's excited.
Okay, and Boogie, we'll be right back.
Happy birthday.
Oh, look at that.
To
Let's
you.
do it Stevie Wonder style.
Oh, gosh.
Or like, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. Or the
this is like
Stevie
a parade.
Wonder style.
Yeah.
We got to get Pitbull.
Happy birthday to ya. Oh, wait, does Pitbull? Let's
He's
do
got
his
to have
version.
a birthday song.
He does?
I don't know, baby.
Oh, we got...
Mr. Worldwide happens to be working on his birthday. That stinks. Cheryl, of course, always is amazing.
Yay.
The best.
Happy birthday, and we got you the Little Mermaid.
This one almost actually floated away. So you may have to hold on to this or it's going to take you away.
This is perfect.
So there you go. And other treats, a couple other balloons. We may need to repurpose this because there are a lot of March birthdays.
Well, and these types of balloons stay inflated.
Right, for a whole month. So we will
Yeah.
celebrate with everybody in the month of March. Yours is coming up next
so
weekend.
hang on to them.
Yeah, when's
Yeah.
yours?
The 12th.
Yeah,
That's
so
right. And
his
Jackie's
is
coming
Oscar
up at the
night.
end of the month.
Fittingly, it's on Oscar night.
Judy Sue also has a birthday in March.
What's her date?
We're
you
going to
better
find that out. We're going to
Yeah.
find that out.
Find
Michelle,
out.
if you could find that out.
Yeah,
for
see,
us.
look at that.
Butler. So happy birthday, buddy.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
There's something over there.
Kind of you.
Yeah, she's.
See? Oh,
Are you
wait.
going to show me what's in the box? I was looking
Yeah.
at-
Look, can you smell
look
it?
at that.
Can you smell it?
This is amazing.
And that's hot. That's hot chocolate.
I'll
The
try and
first
hold them up.
one.
Oh, my
Hot chocolate. Yeah, cupcakes.
Hello.
That's hot chocolate cupcake. That
That
one
one
on
right
the
there.
bottom.
Oh, that looks so
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
leave
wait, you
these
got to
here.
lean it up a little
I don't want
more.
them to spill.
Oh, okay. The
Okay,
ones
no,
on
we're
the
good, we're
bottom
good.
are hot
She's
chocolate.
very excited about the hot chocolate ones. Just so you know, the bottom ones are hot chocolate too.
Right.
Take
Hot
them to your.
chocolate.
Yeah, right,
Yes.
take
You
them
want
to
one,
your,
Michelle? You want a hot
we'll take them
chocolate?
up.
Did
Well,
Michelle
they're-
say she wanted
They're
any flavor?
his,
Okay.
you guys. They're his.
Yes.
No, I'm going to.
So we're going to celebrate.
I only need one. That's
So
all
the
I need.
girls are at
Yes.
home. Your two wonderful daughters and your
Yes.
wife waiting
Yes.
for you.
Are they watching Mr. Worldwide, or they're too busy to watch?
They're doing homework. They're doing
good.
homework.
Okay.
And
That's
you're
good.
done after this show.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
So we're thrilled you're here on our birthday.
You know, if I had to be one place other than home, I'd rather be here. With
Oh,
you.
good answer. Good answer.
Yes,
That's
it
why,
is.
see, Mr. Worldwide, you know how to
He
say
knows
all the
what to
right
say.
things.
Don't let those blow away. Yeah.
I'll get up in the rafters and see them again.
I thought they were. There's lights up there.
This is so nice. Well, it's funny
Yeah.
because I went into the newsroom and everyone's like, "Happy birthday, Larry!" I'm like, "Where's the cake?"
Oh, well, we got
Cheryl
you
shows up. Thank you.
cupcakes.
This is perfect.
Yes, and they're
The
delicious.
bottom ones are hot chocolate.
Is that what those are?
Yes.
You're too sweet.
I mean,
she, like,
you
she,
know,
I think she found out during the
Right.
afternoon shift is her birthday, and then she comes down with all this. I'm like, where does she go?
I know.
Where did
Michelle, our
go?
producer, she said, Cheryl, Larry is doing the show.
Yeah, and that was
I
it.
said, oh. And then Rob wanted to repurpose Phil's congratulations balloon.
There's some congrats
still around here,
balloons.
too.
We've got those on reserve.
We're going to use those
We're going to use those
next
soon,
week.
yeah. We got those, so we're
Yeah.
going to just pass them down.
The big poster board with Phil's head. They were going to slap my head on it.
So happy birthday, and
Yeah,
you have
happy
stuff to
birthday.
talk
Oh,
about.
Yes.
Today was
There's a lot
nice,
going on.
'cause tomorrow's
Yep,
gonna be
hopefully you enjoyed today.
And you know, watching this system over the past couple of days, it's kind of been all over the place, bouncing around from snow to the north and snow to the south. And
Keep going south.
it looks like it is trending south.
Okay.
That looks to be the trend. But it's a nice evening. It's quiet out there this evening. It'll be quiet
Yeah.
tonight. And even first thing tomorrow morning as you head out the door, things will still be relatively quiet. It's by mid to late morning when things really start to ramp up. So here's kind of the headlines on what to expect for tomorrow. The heaviest of the snow is trending farther to the south, down into parts of northwest Indiana and then down towards Kankakee. It will start, though, as a mix of rain and snow in the morning hours and then change over to all snow. But even after this changeover, it's possible there still will be some rain that mixes in. So it's not going to be completely snow in the afternoon. There will still be a little bit of a mix. This is going to be that heavy, heavy wet snow, the type of snow that's easy to make a snowball, but also kind of clogs up the snowblower and also weighs down the trees and the power lines too. So this will be that type of snow that just kind of sticks to everything. And when the winds pick up, and we'll get some gusts up to 40 miles per hour, that could cause some issues with some tree damage and even some power outages where the heavy snow falls. Temperatures throughout this entire event will stay right around freezing. So we've got a winter storm watch from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for most of the area. It ends a little sooner in northern Cook County back into Kane and LaSalle County. But I tell you, these winter alerts, they're going to change later this evening into either winter weather advisories or either winter storm warnings. But here's the system this afternoon. Look at the tornado watches down here in Texas into parts of Arkansas. Really nasty line of severe weather moving through Dallas and Fort Worth this evening. That area of low pressure will track right up the Ohio River during the day tomorrow and spread that moisture northward. Now again, the latest trend on the models has the heaviest precipitation staying south of I-80. But as we head towards 10 o'clock in the morning, that's when we'll begin to see some of that precipitation move in with a mixture of rain and snow. But notice how it favors the city southward throughout the afternoon. The far northwest suburbs, you may not even see a raindrop or a snowflake tomorrow if the latest trends continue. And it looks like the heaviest band of snow will be across northwest Indiana. And there you can see how it still continues to kind of mix with some rain even in the afternoon hours. So how much snow do we get? Here's the European model. It suggests upwards of 6+ inches of snow in a band here from northwest Indiana down towards Kankakee, with a really sharp cutoff in the snow totals here from south to north, with very little snow falling in the northern parts of the city up into the northern suburbs. The GFS model, again, kind of similar in the location of the heaviest snow. It does show some higher totals, but kind of disregard the foot total here. That's a little high just because the snow will kind of compact on itself and melt as it falls too. But nonetheless, I think the highest snow totals will be across northwest Indiana into the Kankakee area. A little swath here of about 4 to 8 inches, then a quick drop off on either side of where that heavy snow sets up. And it's still possible with that heavy snow even positions itself farther to the south, and we'd see even less snow totals across the area. So keep in mind, it's not going to be a huge snow for everybody, but if you're south of the city, you've got a decent chance of picking up some several inches of snow, which will cause some problems. 34 degrees is the current temperature. It's 34 at Midway, 33 at the lakefront. There's not a lot of cold air coming in on the backside of this low, so our temperatures will hold in the mid to low 30s tonight, and will stay in the mid to low 30s throughout the day tomorrow, with that precipitation ramping up late morning into the afternoon. Today we had a high temperature of 40, 34 the low, 41 and 27 are the average highs and average lows. Tonight temperatures will kind of hold steady. Mid to low 30s, mostly cloudy and quiet. Tomorrow's the AccuWeather alert day with that mess of some snow and rain coming through. And then Saturday, we'll see partly sunny skies up to 44. Nice day on Sunday. 50s on Monday with some rain. And then temperatures get a little colder next week with some snow by next Thursday. But Rob and Cheryl, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I'm going to go have my cupcake now.
Yeah, it's hot chocolate.
The hot chocolate.
Right. Yeah. You're awesome. It's all Cheryl, man.
You making fun of me again?
No.
I kept saying it was hot chocolate. Have you ever had a hot chocolate cupcake?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
No.
See, that I try new things. We try new things here on the Hour Power.
Always.
Especially
always.
today.
Yes, right.
A lot of new things going on today.
I want to ask you later in the next hour about the St. Patrick's Day forecast, because I know the parade is happening. I know that's a little ways out.
I looked and it's...
it's 14 days, 15 days away.
Oh, but the parade's next weekend.
Next Saturday.
It's not good? All right. It's not good.
Not great. Let's just put it, it's a long ways out. We got a ways to go.
Things can change.
Things definitely can change.
Our floor director, Guy's out there. Judy Sue's out there. Larry's going to be out there.
I'll be there.
So bundle up. There's Guy. He's shy.
It's going to be nice, though.
Yeah, we're going to bundle up. Okay, we got to move along. Chicago Blackhawks fans thanking Patrick Kane for his 16 years in Chicago. That's big, right? Chopper 7 HD flew over the United Center parking lot today. It's outside the UC. Blackhawks inviting fans to write thank you messages for the star player. Kane was just traded to the New York Rangers earlier this week. They're playing tonight.
Yeah, probably right now.
And he's wearing a different jersey.
Red, white, and blue jersey.
It's weird.
It's going to be different to see him like that. And we're going to do highlights, him playing against our Blackhawks.
Right. I wish him well. I brought 3 titles here.
Absolutely. We got great memories, right? Yeah, so we love that. Times. So do well. Best blessings to you. All right, Kane, your bank account may be costing you money. What? How to avoid fees. We've got that story for you next. You might not know it, but you may be wasting money on checking account fees.
One financial group says there are ways you can avoid paying. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles finding out how you can save when banking.
According to a new study from Bankrate.com, more than 1 in 4 checking account holders pay monthly service fees to their banks. On average, it could cost those consumers $24 a month, which is $288 a year. Here's a quick tip on how to avoid checking account fees. Do your homework before you open up an account. Only about half of non-interest checking accounts are free, but the vast majority become free when certain requirements are met, such as maintaining a minimum balance or setting up direct deposit. Ask what works for you. If you withdraw a lot of cash, find a bank that reimburses you for out-of-network ATM fees. If you rarely visit a bank, make an account with an online bank. Online banks may have lower account fees. Regularly check your account balance or set up low balance alerts. 2 of the most common charges are overdraft fees and non-sufficient funds. Jason Knowles, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jason, thank you. Yeah. Creed 3, now playing in theaters.
Yeah, and the stars, Michael B. Jordan, yeah, Jonathan Majors. Oh, but you know what? Jose is in that same picture. Okay, that's who I'm talking about. They shared some fun stories from the film. That's coming up next.
There's 3 stars right there in that picture.
Absolutely, icons.
It tastes like hot chocolate? All right, Larry has just eaten the hot chocolate cupcake.
It's delicious, I bet.
I've got chocolate on my face now, probably, right?
Right. No, you don't.
I got it off?
Mr. Worldwide.
It was really
Taste
good, hot
testing.
chocolate.
A little whipped cream in your teeth, though.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
That's true.
birthday.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
I'm going to keep eating.
You can, right. We'll take you off camera. Creed 3 now played in theaters, and Michael B. Jordan isn't just the star this time. He's the director, too.
Yeah, well, Jordan and his co-star, actor Jonathan Majors, were right here in Chicago talking to our superstar, Jose Sanders, about getting into the ring to rock this sequel to The Core.
How long were you locked up?
18 years, bro. Just got out last week.
Glad to have you back out, huh?
I know I've been away a long time, but I kept myself in shape. I still got gas in the tank.
Life is good for Adonis Creed until a friend from a tough time in his past appears. Damien will do whatever it takes to make up for the time he lost behind bars.
You decided the first time directing. Why jump off into the deep end like this?
That's just who I am. I sink or swim. I mean, you gotta go big and go home. And for me,
Action!
Do what I gotta do. Some of my methods. I knew it was gonna be a challenge, on a lot of different levels. But at the same time, growing up with Adonis, you know what I mean. And the first time I played a character 3 times, I knew the world. I knew the boxing. I knew what to expect for the most part. And I felt like there was nobody else I wanted to tell the story other than, myself. So I just felt like it was the perfect one for me.
How has Adonis changed and evolved over the years?
I mean, in a lot of different ways. I think you see a boy to man, like, literally. I think we had the opportunity to see him fall in love, find out who he is, that be challenged, and then also, persevere through all the hardships that life brings at you,
Try spending half your life in a cell, watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything.
We were setting out to make the best boxing film ever, and one thing I knew I could bring to that was a adversary that had the complexities to match the hero and then push the hero and also push myself.
I need you to let go of your fear. Let go of the guilt.
So now you both did Marvel, you both did fighting films. You were sexiest man alive. Next up?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he's got my vote.
We're gonna start this campaign.
Somebody somewhere is doing it right now.
Y'all are awesome. Y'all energy is amazing. I love Chicago.
Jordan came here to promote the first Creed, and one of his early acting jobs was in our city.
My first movie I ever did, Hardball, was shot right here about a Chicago inner city baseball team over at Cabrini Green when they used to be here. So yeah, this is like this used to be a home for me, but I love it. I love it. I'm glad to be back.
Well, welcome back, and welcome back to you, sir, as well.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you. Good to talk to you.
All right,
man. Appreciate you, bro.
Jose Sander, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Oh man, the reviews are great.
Ooh, Jose said it was really good.
He did.
Too, and he really enjoyed interviewing both of them too. He felt like he knew them a long time. It wasn't like he just met them.
I like watching these men, big, strong, powerful men, and he kind of talks about being sexy men, and they both kind of get a little bashful, like, oh yeah,
No,
that
right.
too.
Yeah, well, they have these photo shoots that, and they talked about their moms seeing them. They have some really promotable photo shoots, shall I say.
Those guys are ripped.
Yeah.
Ripped.
But they had to. It's a boxing movie.
Right.
So,
It is. It looks great. Always thanks to Jose in the show.
Right, yeah. I love that. I love his selfie with them too. Right. I was asking if they had asked about me, but Jose said they didn't.
Not.
Yeah, so, but it's okay. It's a big year for Michael B. Jordan because he just got his star right there on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's got a key role in the Oscars, everybody. That is next Sunday, if you can believe it.
Keep it going, man. First, our own Trey Ward is competing at Dancing with the Chicago Celebrities.
Look at here.
He and his partner, Summer, are here in studio for a live performance. First, want to check in with Larry.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. We got the storm coming in tomorrow with this winter storm watch for much of the area, officially starting at 10 a.m. I got an update on the forecast here, the track of the snow, who gets the most, and our weekend forecast too. We'll have it all for you in just a few moments.
It is something we've seen many of our ABC 7 colleagues do in the past. They compete on the dance floor in Dancing with Chicago Celebrities, all for a great cause. But there is a winner, so there are also bragging rights involved.
Yeah, Val Warner won one year.
Oh, hey, okay, teeing it up for Trey. You're gonna make Trey nervous.
Oh, is that Mayor? Oh, look at that move. Okay, well this year though.
Nothing yet. Yeah.
Superstar Trey Ward is here. He's hoping to win it all. We know he is. We stopped at his rehearsal today to see everyone in action looking good. The event, of course, is Friday, March 10th at the Aon Grand Ballroom. Tonight, in our studio for the first time in Hour of Power Golden Hour history here at 7 o'clock. We have dancing, okay, with his partner, Summer Griffin from the Arthur Murray Chicago Dance School right here in the studio. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Dancing with the superstars.
Trey, why'd you decide to do it and represent us?
Well, I've been dancing for so long at home, really. The last time I performed was over 10 years ago.
Okay.
And to kind of go back and get back on the stage for a bigger cause, bigger than both of us combined, it's to raise awareness for breast cancer. So, you know, to go back and do something that's so grand while also having fun, you know? Like she's working me.
We saw you got some moves. So Summer, how is he to teach and to have as a partner?
God. From the first rehearsal, it was just like a click. Like we both love Beyonce, and ever since then it's been going up and up, and he's such a hard worker, and he's been willing to learn new things. And I think that some people have a hard time stepping outside of their comfort zone, but Trey kind of just dived in, and that's the most important part of doing something like
so
this.
He got information.
Yes.
It's hard not to.
Oh, look at him. Ooh. Oh,
I know.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and hip action, hip.
He's gonna make you guys proud. For sure.
My gosh.
So Trey, you said you had dancing experience. Do we have the receipts on that?
Oh, the receipts.
I thought
I think we
did.
do.
Yeah,
you said 10 years ago, right? You said that was the last time 10 years ago. You might have been in college, perhaps.
I was in college at Northern Illinois University.
Yeah, and
I was
you
dancing.
was it the talent show, the college talent show kind of thing?
It was. I was part of it.
That's him. Go. And
wait, here I am coming. Okay, so I have a solo.
Okay.
Oh, there I am to the left.
Oh my God. Wait, in the red hat? Or
left,
with the gray shorts there.
Look at those
wait a
shorts.
minute. Okay, somebody is serious. Was there a money prize?
That was just us auditioning. You see, we still have our sweats on, so we left rehearsal to go to an audition.
Have you seen that, Summer?
I've never seen
This
that.
is the first time.
I'm like, you know what his potential is.
She's like, hey-o.
I was like, hold on, let me need to change the choreography.
That's when we get my prom outfit to the left and the pink.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
We did Carrie that year. That was a Halloween competition.
Trey, you got skills. I'm putting all my money. I made my donation today.
Thank you.
I might have to make another donation after seeing
That's just it, too. It's for such a great cause.
Right.
What is it like, although he seems like a pro, what is it like for you pros to work with some of these people, these media folks? It's got to be exciting.
It's such an amazing experience because with everyone coming together, we get to kind of just showcase dance, and dance brings so many people together for this amazing cause.
Really
so being able to be a part of this for the last few years has just been such an experience for us as professionals, and just helping people just get to their full potential for this amazing event.
It really is.
Give us a little tease on the costume and the song.
Okay.
Is it Beyonce?
It is Beyonce.
Okay.
It's
from the Renaissance.
It's from the Renaissance. Oh, I can't confirm.
Energy.
Stop, okay.
Can't confirm.
That's it.
Okay, but the big question is Trey singing and dancing? Because Trey can sing.
I know he can.
He can sing. He might have to sing Happy Birthday to Larry Mowry just so you all can see. I mean,
I literally sing the song before we practice.
Yes.
I'm sweating.
In the middle, you just hear
you might need to do that last pop and go.
Well, I will say there is a part where you might see a bit of a singer come out and the moves.
Okay.
There's a bit of a part.
But
Yeah.
sway the judges too. I mean, this
We
is
need
the
to
way to
see
the
it.
judges too.
All right, we need to get out of the way. We're not going to give away. We're not going to give away the actual. You've given enough clues, and Cheryl going to keep pressing you, and then she's going to tell you everything. Let us get out of the way for you two. They're going to do a performance for us. Now we're limited in the music choice, but they're great. They're playing with us, so we will watch. And good luck to
Just a little taste.
Just a little something.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, love the music selection. 3, 2, 1, and.
Uh-oh, okay.
There it is.
Bring them college days back. Okay. Oh, that's cuffing. I tried to teach Rob and Mary that.
Oh, that's right.
You got to do it now. Yes. If Trey and Summer, yay! Oh man, maybe can you sing us into a commercial break, Trey?
Well, how about Happy Birthday?
Oh,
yes.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, Trey, best blessings next Friday. Team ABC7
We gotta take a
got
break.
you.
We'll
be right back. Yeah, so good. You're amazing. I'm out of breath, and we just watched.
I know.
Look out, because you just saw the competition if you're in it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, he's got it. He's a shining superstar for sure. And Team ABC7 got you, Trey and Summer.
Yeah,
well,
great.
we got the Oscars, you guys.
Talk about
Next
it, right.
Sunday, Rob's birthday is the day of the Oscars. Our golden statue here.
I want Trey to sing to me.
Yeah,
That'd be great. Today, the Academy announced the first round of presenters for this year's show. Let's take a look.
All right.
They include Jennifer Connelly, Ariana DeBose, Samuel Jackson, Michael B. Jordan, you were mentioning him earlier.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy and Questlove, just to name a few. They're all on your screen. So there's the
Aldana,
percent.
Janelle Monáe.
That's a good list.
Ooh, Dwayne The Rock.
Jennifer Connelly has such great speeches when she wins.
Yeah.
So I wonder what kind of always the presenters always have the oddest kind of
Right.
awkward.
Some of them do it
introduction.
straight up, and
Yeah.
some of them crack a little joke.
I love Ariana DeBose. You guys know her from Broadway, from Hamilton, from so many Disney productions. It's going to be a fantastic show.
We've been talking about it for months. We're almost there.
Right,
So
yeah.
remember, ABC7's your home for the Oscars. It's March 12th, a very special day in the world. We have coverage starting at noon. Great things happen on that day, 48 years ago, 49. World News airs early, so here's a heads up. You look at your screen at 3:30 in the afternoon that night. Then Eyewitness News airs at 4 that day. Then more Oscars programming with the awards starting at 7, followed by Eyewitness News at 10. We are going to have a fun show on Monday after this.
After
It'll be a good
Jose's
time.
coming in to do a critique,
yes,
you know,
yes.
an analysis, it's going to be awesome. So
great.
to
Look
see
forward to
who
it.
wins, you know, he's been talking about Angela Bassett ever since he saw it. saying she's going to win an Oscar.
Wakanda Forever,
Right.
The Whale, Brendan Fraser's a top pick for that.
Anything, Everywhere, all at once. That one.
Yeah, it was done really well.
Yeah,
the Elvis Kid Butler,
Right,
he's a front runner for that. So a lot of them.
It's one of those years where you kind of know more about the movies, at least I do, than some previous years. You kind of get a sense of what some of the movies are. So.
Yeah, I mean, and you wonder, is that a halo effect from what happened last year, where it was just completely hijacked by
I think the
Will
audience
Smith.
is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This weekend, Chris Rock is doing his live comedy special. Streaming,
See how it goes.
and yes, stay tuned for a lot. But I do think Jimmy Kimmel is hosting, and he is brilliant.
Great. It'll be fun.
So
It's going to be an entertaining show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So check that out on March 12th.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, one last forecast for you, and then you can go enjoy the rest of your birthday.
His hot chocolate
Yeah, the
cupcake.
show's over right there.
You know what our family tradition is? They decorate our dining room table
various themes,
in
right?
various kids themes. So it's like a kid theme party for me. My kids have done that since they were very little. I had Iron Man themed birthday party. When I turned 40,
Okay,
it's
well
like
then
Iron
you know
Man.
what? You take this
year,
Ariel home.
Yeah, do you know what it is? This
I do know what it is.
You can
this
take
year. It's
Ariel with you
it's
because Ariel might be part of it because Disney's remaking.
What is it?
You
this
know,
year?
It's Baby Shark.
Shark
So it's like a shark picture.
shark do 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 do.
And
you all know
post-
that one?
That's it.
That one I can sing, Cheryl. So they'll do that when you get home tonight.
Yeah, well, it's all laid out, so we'll have desserts when we get home.
Will you
so.
post a picture
That
usually
is
do on your
I will. I usually post
sweet.
pictures
on social media.
I think Ariel should be there because sharks swim in the
That's
in the
true. It's
ocean
all
with
related
her.
to the ocean.
Yeah.
Don't they eat these things too?
See, but not the shark do 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 do.
All right.
Happy weather. We're almost out of time. We just cut a lot of time.
Sorry,
buddy.
just keep talking.
No, we're just chatty today.
Winter Storm Watch starts tomorrow at 10 a.m., goes till 10 p.m. It stops a little earlier in northern Cook County, back into Kane and LaSalle counties. But nonetheless, this is all going to get going during the late morning hours tomorrow. And you'll see where it's coming from, too. We've got tornado watches here down across Arkansas, back into Texas. Really nasty line of storms moving through Texas. But this moisture is on its way northward, and it will spill in late morning into the afternoon. It'll probably start as a little bit of rain mixed with some snow at times, but as we head towards 9 and there's 10 o'clock in the morning, that mixture will begin, and then it will kind of transition over to snow for at least part of the area. There still will be some rain mixed in the afternoon, even after it switches over to some snow. So it's going to be a real sloppy, wet type of snow with rain occasionally mixed in as temperatures will hover right around 32 degrees. How much snow do we get? Well, it really comes down to where you live. Here's the latest European model. It has several inches, 3 to 6 or more inches of snow across northwest Indiana, back down towards Kankakee, but a sharp cutoff in the numbers as you make your way farther north, with very little in the way of any snow falling in the northern suburbs. The GFS model, also kind of similar to the European, the highest totals down across northwest Indiana towards Kankakee, with a very sharp cutoff from the big snow to very little snow. Now, I will point out, I've been looking at some of the other high resolution models that have just come in over the past couple of hours, and it puts the heaviest snow even farther to the south. So the trend is continuing to move this higher snow totals down farther south. So even though it looks like northwest Indiana right now will see the heaviest snow, there's the potential that that could shift even farther to the south. But here's kind of a general idea of what I'm thinking. Highest totals there, 4 to 8 inches, a real heavy, sloppy snow that will accumulate on the trees and the power lines. And then as the winds pick up, there could be some damage to trees and even some power outages during the evening tomorrow. So it's 34 degrees right now. It's pretty quiet. Temperatures are in the mid to low 30s and will stay that way as we go through the night tonight. Today we had a high temperature of 40. 34 was the low. You can see how temperatures tonight will kind of hold steady right there in the mid to low 30s under mostly cloudy skies. Quiet tonight. Quiet for the morning commute, then we get the snow and the rain to move in late morning into the afternoon. A mix of snow and rain through the afternoon. Saturday will be quiet, then Sunday will be a nice day. Warm Monday, and then it turns cold by the end of next week. We'll be right back.
Replacing microchips with a new way to track pets. Yeah, the South Korean company Pet now has a new pet identification app. It uses your dog or cat's face to identify their biometrics. Much like Face ID for people, you can register your pet's face, and then if they get lost, the person who finds them could use the app to identify your pet and get them back to you.
They look so real.
Smart.
Like really real.
It really did.
You know it's gonna work.
Hey, you got to try a hot chocolate cupcake.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one. I'm gonna share it with the crew. Happy birthday, Lermo.
Thank you guys so
Mr.
much.
Worldwide. We'll see you at 10. Good job, Rob. We'll see you at 10 on ABC 7.